The Red Sox, if they knew how to play baseball, like if they knew the fundamentals of the game and base running and defense, they'd be a pretty good team. See, that's the problem. Everything else is great except like the fundamental grasp of the rules of the game and how to play the game and that kind of stuff. Other than that, they're fine. The vibes, good. Okay, uniforms, like them. But like the basic grasp of the game of baseball, the Red Sox have completely lost that. And now they've lost 3 in a row. 3 straight games where they've out-hit their opponent and they've lost. Because that's a deeper indication of what this team really is. A bunch of fucking boneheads. And it doesn't get better. They make the same mistakes game after game, week after week, month after month, and yes, year after year. And the one constant has been Alex Cora, the manager. The guy who says after these games, we make a mistake doing this, this, and this. And a month ago said, I don't know what to do. You're not getting any better. And it looked like you had a bit of that dead cat bounce after the Rafael Devers trade. You had won a couple of series in a row. You end up winning 4 series in a row going into this weekend in San Francisco. And then you piss 2 games away. And then you piss a game away last night in Anaheim. You were up 3-0 before the other team even took up a bat to the plate. And by the end of the first inning, you were basically punting the game. Because Walker Buehler is atrocious. $21 million for this guy to do that. To put on, 5 or 6 guys in the first inning without the benefit of a hit? He walked 3 or 4 and he hit 2 more. And he gave up 5 fucking runs after being spotted 3 against Anaheim. And Alex Cora is just leaving him out there to die. Just leaving him out there, letting the friggin' vultures get after him in the first inning, throwing 40 pitches, absolutely no feel for the zone at all, hitting guys, walking guys. I think one guy had a hit in that, one hard hit ball in that whole inning, and it was when he gave up a home run on the first friggin' pitch that he threw. Walker Buehler sucks. A lot of players on this team suck, but yet the constant over the last couple of years has been Alex Cora. And he had his shining moment again last night because this was the play that defined the game and probably the play that defines the Red Sox season.
Devers refused. There's a ground ball to short. Duran got himself in trouble here. Now he's in a rundown. Moore chases down Duran. Now a play at second base, and it's a double play.
Wow. We saw some bad base running recently for the Red Sox, and that typifies it right now.
You truly cannot get more stupid baseball than what we just saw right there. Again, let's take you into this. This is the 7th inning of a 1-run game, and Jarren Duran is on second base with nobody out. What in the fuck is this guy doing? Like, what is he doing, man? It is a ground. Let's roll it back. It's a ground ball to shortstop, and it's just immediately taking off. What on fucking earth are you doing? Getting a rundown, but then Abraham Toro, what are you doing? Why are you trying to go to second? He's in a rundown. What if Jarren Duran goes back to second base? You fucking dolt. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with that play? And how does Alex Cora respond to it? It's the umpire's fault. Yeah, he's coming out to argue the play and then gets ejected for the 2nd game in a row. What are you arguing? Seriously, I'd rather him come out on the field and rip Jarren Duran than rip the umpires because it's always somebody else's fault. Has that not been the theme of these last few games for the Red Sox? It's somebody else's fault. Oh, this call was blown. This umpire stinks. Oh, it's this and this and this and never. We don't know how to play the fucking game. And we've got a manager who just lets it happen every single day. Here's what Cora said after the game about this call. You know what? I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to do it. He basically says it's the blocking the base rule, and the rule book clearly states that if it's like an automatic out, like Jarren Duran is walking into an out, then that is okay to do. The Red Sox do not have a leg to stand on here. And yet Alex Cora is getting thrown out of the 2nd straight game. Like this has all the feels, by the way, just all the feels of John Farrell 2017, where you had a guy coaching and managing for his job night in, night out, and it wasn't working. It's not working. We saw it earlier this year with keeping some of the kids down or on the bench or not playing against lefties because Alex Cora is managing every game like it's his last. And now he just gets thrown out of all of them. And again, there's no accountability on this team. Jarren Duran, especially with Rafael Devers gone, is supposed to be one of the leaders. Like, he's the guy who had a microphone in his face after Devers gets traded. And that's the best he could do. It's not first and second. It's just a guy on second, nobody out, ground ball to the shortstop, and he's taken off. Oh, it's good aggressive base running, is it? No, it's fucking stupid. And I do mean stupid. I don't have much of a use for him anymore. I don't have much of a use for the manager anymore. Like, what has he done well? What have the Red Sox improved on in the last 3 seasons? Anything? Can you give me anything? Is part of that the front office's fault? Of course it is. Of course it is. But when you extend a manager and he agrees to that extension, you have to have some vote of confidence there. And I said it when this happened last year. I'm like, yeah, I know a lot of people are excited about Alex Cora coming back and it's all the front office's fault and everything. But like, he is in that dugout every day and things aren't necessarily getting better. There's always drama around this team. There's always drama in the clubhouse. There's always miscommunications. And there's a severe lack of fundamentals on this team. These guys are in the major leagues. And they don't know how the game works. They don't know the rules of this thing. They lead the league in like complete little league plays. They're the most little league team in Major League Baseball. Year after year. Their defense is atrocious in the infield. It's atrocious in the outfield. Their base running has sucked for half a decade now. They don't move runners along. They don't hit with runners in scoring position. They don't make productive outs. Like, I just don't understand how that doesn't reflect directly on the manager. And how many other teams would have already fired their manager by now? But he plugged some of the right pieces in 2018. Like, I hate using this excuse, but like, he had a super team in 2018. That was the best roster the Red Sox have probably ever had. And yeah, Alex Cora, I don't know, pitched Rick Porcello and Chris Sale in some bullpen situations. Great. But that team was ready for just a competent manager to win a World Series. They were the best team in the AL East the last 2 years, and they added. Since then, I really can't name something positive that he's done. Like for this culture or for an identity for this team, nothing. And yet he's still the beloved Alex Cora. Oh, do you remember when he was a utility infielder? Do you remember when he yelled out bunt for Melvin Mora when they clinched the division in 2007? Like, I don't get it. And I don't understand why or how more Red Sox fans aren't on board with getting someone new. And I'll admit this, which I don't like doing, but it's true. I don't know who the replacement is. Like, I don't know what the big fix is here. But that said, there's clearly a disconnect between Alex Cora and the front office. I know he agreed with them on the Devers trade, but clearly there's a major disconnect. Because he and his coaching staff are trying to show up the front office when Roman Anthony goes out there before his second major league game and is learning how to take ground balls in the outfield with the media around. That was clearly a shot at Craig Breslow and their minor league system and not teaching these guys the fundamentals. So maybe Cora's just at a major disadvantage. But clearly, he's not on the same page with the front office and this general manager. He's not exactly the player's manager. Again, Rafael Devers, bad teammate, so much so that you had to run your best player out of town. But, oh, yeah, he's the player's manager. Absolutely, he's the player's manager. There's always something with this team behind the scenes, right? Every week there's something the last like 3 years. You know, it's Nick Pivetta not wanting to go out into the bullpen, even though we sucked as a starter. It's Rafael Devers not wanting to move positions. It's Jaron Duran calling people the F slur when he's on a hot mic at home plate. It's always something. And yet I'm told this is the player's manager. This is the guy. He's the great communicator. He can't communicate with his players. He can't communicate with his boss, but I don't know. He can talk. Like, that makes him a great communicator. Like, please just show me where Alex Cora makes this a better team. Show me where he's made this a better team the last 3 years. Like, he's got more last place finishes than he's got playoff appearances. Like, we used to run these guys out of town. We used to demand more than this. But now we're okay. Now we're okay because the Patriots have Drake May and training camp starts in a month. We can make it through a month here. We can all go down the Cape, you know, unplug from it for a few days. And before you know it, we'll be back at Patriots training camp. And we won't have to give a shit about the Red Sox anymore. I think that's how a lot of the New England fan base is feeling right now. And it sucks because this was the prime opportunity going into this season for the Red Sox to finally be fucking relevant again in this town and be a real contender. And instead, it's the same old shit year after year after year after year. Do something to make me feel like there's going to be some sort of change. Please, God. Is it time for the Red Sox to fire Alex Cora? I think so. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're fed up with this Red Sox team and their crap. Because we're here live on YouTube every weekday, high noon Eastern time, breaking it down, and then available wherever you get your podcasts as well. So check out the other videos on the channel, talking Red Sox and everything else, Boston sports. I'm your host, Cam Stuart. Zach Burke keeps us on the air 5 days a week.